future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First play, here's Cousins. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll run with Herbert. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dean Lowry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw, Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. A tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. 3rd and long, it's Fields. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this ball past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Now this throw caught left side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He got 29 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Alexander Madison, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal, you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus run.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Read option. Here's Herbert. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Play fake. Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Madison. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Another carry now from Madison. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, Cousins. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he will have the Bears first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Here we go.
A final shot before the break. Fields. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So we come up. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, who may get there and bring him down. Dean Lowry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Flushed out right, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
2nd and 10.
Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And they work this out past the 25. And good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And this will be a Vikings 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Going to run with Madison again.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that
touchdown! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 2nd down, they go back to Herbert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Rolling to his left. Fields hit and the ball is loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On the handoff, it's Madison. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Yeah, that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1 yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 9-play drive, and it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now it's Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now, and just go deep. See if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give to Madison. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Madison. Oh, twisting away. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. On 2nd down, this is Madison. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.